There we go. We are in. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thunderdog Esports Top Dog Week 7, game number 2. Microgamers against Team Liquid Strat. Spawning in the right-hand side of merry-go-round, we have Microgamers Mysticism.
And in the top left-hand corner, ignore the clan tag you see there. He's playing for TL Strat tonight, looking to even up tonight's matchup. Down 1-0, it's Jowi.
Yes, pay attention to the big Team Liquid thing in his mineral line there, and then you will know. And we talked about this last week a little bit. You want to refresh us a little bit of the hourglass and the difference between spawning left and right and top and bottom.
I would love to if this were Way Station, but merry-go-round is a 3-spawn map.
Oh, that's why it was a weird one. Oh.
So both of them are actually sending their overlords to the bottom, so they're going to scout each other's second. ZVZ is not a matchup where you typically want to drone scout, and it does look like we're seeing a 15 pool and a 15 hatch. So nothing too crazy coming down from either player. A slight early game advantage goes to Mysticism, but it's nothing that's going to decide the game. We just see a slightly safer opener coming out from Jowi.
You know what the worst thing is? If you look at the bottom base to support my faux pas there.
Go ahead.
It totally looks like a main, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'll sound awesome. Didn't realize that it was not Way Station. Like, oh yeah, merry-go-round, that's the weird one, right? And no. The good news is we've already got the worst mistake I'm going to make out of the way. Now we're feeling good. We're rocking and rolling now.
Now, there's both of these players are basically getting to the same end in several, in just kind of different ways here. We see Mysticism went for the gas, followed by the spawning pool after his hatchery, whereas Jowi went for the pool, followed by the hatch, then the extractor, I believe, after he started the queen already. So delaying his speed just a little bit. There's going to be like a 60 gas advantage or so for Mysticism. He's going to get super early speed potentially, and he could go into some sort of ling bling, or he could try to transition straight into some sort of upgraded speed roach or something along those lines. The options are open there for him, but we'll see if he does take that first 100 gas and throw it into speed.
Yeah, and just kind of a side note, I know we talked a little bit about microgamers kind of having their academy. Mysticism, I believe, is in their kind of A lineup, or I know he at least was, and it would be news to me if he went down to their academy team, as I know he was kind of one of their A-list top players, and he was absolutely killing it for a while. Actually even had dreams of making some WCS stuff a little while back, because he was really at the top of his game.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, I mean, he's got the micro gamers tag, so I think he's still with the competitive roster. So I mean, we should see some pretty high level play from both of these guys. Jowi is no slouch himself. Mysticism may lose this overlord here to this queen that popped out. That would be frustrating, and he does throw down a baneling nest behind this. So the positioning of it allows it to be a defensive baneling nest if he needs to. Basically what I mean by that is it helps him, basically he can hide a spine crawler behind it, and it kind of makes it difficult to attack or surround the spine crawler. It can focus fire down banelings from kind of the outside of the baneling nest. And Jowi on the back end here is actually getting an evolution chamber, a single evolution chamber, and he's taking an additional gas here. So it looks like he wants to tech up a little bit more, get those upgrades rolling, and Mysticism wants to just kind of go for the throat. We've got 20 lings coming out, timed out with this baneling nest finishing, and he wants to put on some pressure.
Yes, absolutely, and we'll see Mysticism trying to pick off another overlord to even the score, but no such luck.
This is a really nice play here from Mysticism. He's actually shooing away the overlord so that the lings can get out of the map, or onto the map, without his opponents seeing them, and I think, he just barely saw them there on the edge. They didn't quite get out of the way. We'll see if he did see it, though, as he had the vision, but did he see it is the question. He's getting +1 range, but he doesn't have the roach warren down yet. I think he is going for a +1 speed roach timing, but these lings are going to get there obviously well before that's going to hit. We see the roach warren down trying to block off this ramp. Both of these queens are going to get surrounded here. The lings go into the mineral line. We've got banelings morphing outside the base as well, and Mysticism just wreaking havoc, hitting a wonderful little timing here and he is just emptying out this natural here. And well, the banelings are going to start heading towards the main minerals possibly. And right now they're just going to play defense here, and that's not the trade he wanted there. A baneling for a ling, both of them actually. But this hatchery falls, and whatever +1 roach timing was gonna come out here, well, you can pretty much forget about it for Joj. He's got to play defense here, and whatever he was gonna put out is gonna be severely well, dampened here as far as the power of it. And
yeah, I was
there'll
gonna
be
say
roaches out already.
Pretty much delayed, dampened, all of the above. And as we showed on screen there, I mean, he killed 20 plus workers on that assault, and you can see it in the supply difference. So it's a huge deal right now, and Mysticism go ahead and putting on more pressure. I don't think he really fears the roaches at all, because even if he loses this whole army, can probably produce enough to defend at home, and he's going to cancel +1.
Yeah, and that's huge for him, because he's got +1 coming of his own. He's getting the layer down as well, and so he's going basically for the same army composition that not only that Joj wanted to go for earlier, but that Joj will probably end up with as well. The difference is he's got more than double the workers of the TL Strat Zerg. So these roaches are coming out, these spine crawlers are coming down to try and, again, reestablish some sort of semblance of an economy here for Joj. But in the meantime, Mysticism has been completely untouched here. He's getting the rest of his gases in his natural, 6 roaches in production. Speed will start for them as soon as the layer is done, and maybe even +2 on the way shortly for the attack. So he's just in an awesome spot, and this is certainly, you would think, his game to lose here.
Oh, most definitely. But last week, after we just saw a little bit of that preview of Sendo and Priest, and as we learned, Liaison, a game is never won nor lost. And
I agree wholeheartedly. And did Joj not know where his opponent was? Because he sent all his lings all the way down, or is he just scouting for a hidden base possibly?
That's what I could guess. I don't think he really wants to attack. Something. I don't think he wants to attack, and just wants to make the lings active and just make sure, because he's checking lots of really random spots on the map. Eventually going to end up at this 3rd, but I think he was just kind of...
It's almost like he's playing a Protoss player and he's scouting for like proxy pylons. This 3rd should be canceled here. There's enough lings here to force that. So that's a nice little play, and it is canceled at the last second there. But again, that's kind of like picking at straws here if you're Joj. It's 94 supply to 47. The roaches are on the way. Speed is done in a minute, and well, when it's finished, I think we'll start to see Mysticism basically just push across the map. He'll take this 3rd, he'll just, build a bunch of roaches as he is, and once speed is finished, he'll march across the map, and I think we'll see Joj hard-pressed to try to stop what's going to come.
Yeah, and Joj, I mean, he's basically trying to put up a wall here. He's got the 2 spine crawlers, he's got these roaches on hold position, and then these lings to plug the hole, but, I mean, what's coming across the map is just gonna be pretty rough for him. I mean, 25 roaches currently, another 2 or so on the way, but +2 on the way. Just got speed and everything, or sorry, the regeneration, the guile reconstruction, that's what it was. So I mean, it's gonna be a nightmare for him. Tunneling claws on the way for Joj, and I mean, he's trying, but I just don't, it's gonna be rough, I'll say that, I guess.
Yeah, it almost feels like his tunneling claws is almost like the Zerg
Dark Shrine
rendition of Dark Templar.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like when behind, go for something that's cloaked. And I mean, to his credit, there are no spore crawlers and there are no overseers in the main base, so he does have the potential to do something possibly. And I mean, look at these lings still looking for like hidden bases and stuff. So that's nice here for Joj, but you got to think he's going to want everything back at home. And the overseer does go with the army here, the only one on the map here right now for Mysticism, and he eats all of the roaches that were trying to burrow there. They come forward now. Both these spine crawlers should go down quite quickly. GG is called, and Mysticism takes game number 2 in favor of Microgame.